Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're taking a look at FC24, the Euro update for the tournament that's kicking off this month. We're just going to go through 800p settings on Ultra, 1080p settings, 1200p and 1600p, just see what kind of frames we get on the latest update. It's really well optimized for the Legion Go on the latest drivers. I don't seem to be having the overheating of the device that I experienced before. So typically now at 800p on ultra settings, VSync on enabled for all these tests. 800p we were hovering around 118 to 138 frames per second, quite consistently. Obviously for the replay cutscenes it's half the frames. So I think in conjunction with the latest Lenovo official drivers for the AMD graphics and the latest EA update to FC24 for the Euros, we're getting really good performance on the Legion Go here. Like I said, 800p, we're between 118 and 138 frames per second, so definitely a very good performance. Frame pacing you can see is also pretty steady. We're at 30 watt TDP. Obviously if you unlock it down to 60 frames per second, you can scale back the TDP and just extend your battery life. I was just demonstrating unlocked frames, what you'd typically be getting well in excess of 100 frames per second at 800p. Yeah, so it's something I'd look forward to on the Legion Go Lite. I hope they switch to a normal screen, not a portrait screen. They could give us the same resolutions as the ROG Ally. I'd be happy with 720p, 900p and 1080p. With the improvements in all these CPUs and GPUs for the year that we've seen at Computex, I think gaming at 1080p on these handhelds will definitely get a lot better. Okay, so now we've switched to still the same ultra settings. We've got VSync on, Hairworks, everything set to maximum. So at 1080p, obviously this isn't one of the default resolutions on the Legion Go control center, so just use your Windows display settings to set to 1080p. So at this resolution we're typically around 73 frames per second to 84 frames per second, also a very stable range to be in. Again, you could obviously lock it down to 60 frames per second cap and get a steady frame pacing. Obviously not everybody's preference to be gaming on this portrait display at 1080p, because obviously you'll get the black bars at the top and the bottom. It's not too noticeable for me, like I don't really see a problem with it, but everybody's preference is of course different. And as you'll see next up, when we switch to 1200p, we're not really getting much of a difference when it comes to frames, so probably 1200p is the way to go. So you can see 1080p, we're pretty much in the range of 73 to 84 frames per second. Really steady. Okay, now we're switching to 1200p, native resolution, well, not native resolution, but one of the native ported resolutions for the Legion Go. So typically in this range, we're getting around 73 to 78 frames per second, so not much difference compared to the previous 1080p. You're just losing about 6 frames on the top end. Steadily staying above 60 frames per second. Obviously, the replay cutscenes, the celebrations, etc. is all half frames. You can see in gameplay steady frame times.
It's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Could be dangerous. Good-looking move. It has to be, surely. A goal! That's 2 for him today. They simply can't stop him. No wonder he's celebrating. Let's see this again. This is counter-attacking football at its very best. And once he gets onto it, there's only going to be one outcome. It's a lovely goal. Spain recovering possession well. 30 minutes to go then. He's in here. Oh, that's textbook goalkeeping. Oh, no! Not a moment the keeper will want to revisit. Well, he's got to pick himself up now. Well, here it is again, and he's a bit unfortunate, you have to say. It will count as an own goal against him, I'm afraid.
Okay, so switching to 1600p resolution now. Let's see what kind of performance we get. So at 1200p, just a reminder, we were hovering around the 73 to 78 frames per second mark. So now 1600p. I'm not going to put a frame limit on or anything. Let's just go straight into gameplay. Same as before, ultra settings. So at 1600p we're typically around 47 to 52 frames per second. Obviously it's half that for the cutscene celebrations. Okay, cutscene's done, so now you can see the frame times has leveled out, and the frames were back in the 47 to 52 frames per second range. So obviously you wouldn't be able to lock it at 60 frames per second for 1600p, but pretty much all the other resolutions, 800p, 1080p, 1200p, they're all well above 60 frames per second. So you could definitely lock it at that frame rate. I gave this a try on lossless scaling frame gen. Didn't play too well. A lot of stuttering. So I wouldn't advise it on FC24. Hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Appreciate the support the channel's been getting. Until next time, cheers.